What's up, O fans? Sam here again. Now, as the Black Friday sale draws to a close, the last day of the sale, November 29th until midnight, is the Cyber Monday sale. So there's a bunch of new exciting bundles and products now available for purchase, including the i3T in blue with some custom engraving, as well as the i3E in OD green, and the i1 R2 Pro, which is now available for purchase. So check out olightstore.ca using the link below to check out these new and exciting Cyber Monday deals. Today's episode is on a light that I've been carrying for the last week or so, and that's the Warrior 3. Seen here in the desert camouflage. I've been carrying this one and really enjoying it. I think it's a huge upgrade over the M2R Pro, and this video will tell you why.
Alright, so we changed up the camera angle to show you the Warrior 3 in desert camo, all nice and up close. Again, that unique pattern across each one of those lights, everyone's going to be slightly different. I happen to really enjoy what I have here with a lot of gold and some of that dark gray that's kind of really hard to see unless you look at it real close. Now, if we compare this to the Woodland Camo M2R Pro, you can see the direct family resemblance, and you can see that that camo is a very cool addition of camo here in the desert camo color. Next up, in terms of the close-up, we have here the orange Warrior 3, a very beautiful color, very bright, very high vis. This is one of my preferred colors of Olights to carry around because if you ever drop it, it's very easy to find. Taking a look at both lights side by side, you can see that the orange light really pops. It's a very bright shade of orange, very high visibility. The camo, on the other hand, is designed to be the opposite, depending on the surroundings. Up next in the comparison, I want to show you the differences between the Warrior 3 and the Warrior Mini 2, seen here in orange. They both have the tactical tail switch, as well as the side switch, which makes these two lights very similar, but there are significant differences. The Warrior Mini 2 is a lot smaller and will fit in your pants pocket a lot better. The Warrior 3 does come with its own holster, so if you want to wear it on your belt or attached to a pack, this becomes a really great option. Both tail caps function very similarly, but the output is greatly increased on the Warrior 3. About 1750 lumens compared to 2300 lumens. That is definitely an output increase that you're definitely going to notice. You also, looking at the tip, you have a less aggressive strike bezel, as well as a plastic TIR lens, whereas the Warrior Mini 2 has a glass lens and a proximity sensor. So, advantages to both, but I really like the beam pattern that comes out of this plastic TIR lens. And you don't have to worry about the proximity sensor if that's anything that you do have some misgivings about.
Now, another distinct advantage that you'll get with the Warrior 3 is the additional runtime that's enabled by the 21700 battery in the Warrior 3 versus the 18650 battery in the Warrior Mini 2. Those additional milliamps will translate to more runtime in real-world usage, especially at those higher brightness outputs.
Now, the Warrior 3 already has that more aggressive styling and a significant increase in output, but the biggest upgrade, I think, is right here in the voltage indicator. Now, the M2R Pro has a very typical Olight voltage indicator. Seen here in green, that tells you that the light has more than 50% of its battery runtime left to go. But in the Warrior 3, it incorporates the multi-indicator, which not only shows you your battery voltage, but also shows you your brightness output. So if you turn it on, at a glance, you can tell that you're in medium brightness with about 75% of your battery left. As you cycle up, this indicator goes up to show your brightness, low, medium, high, and you get to see your battery at a glance. It does turn itself off to save a little bit of power, and because you only need to know what your battery voltage is when you really need to know. Last couple of details is once more about this locking tail cap. If you do have that locking remote switch for weapons mounting, it will work with this tail cap, but it doesn't have a lanyard hole. As Justin pointed out in his video, no lanyard hole on the back of the Warrior 3. And the pocket clip, it is bi-directional, so you can have the pocket clip at the back here, which results in a really deep carry in the pocket, but with a simple pull, you can flip it around and it will go at this position right here, which is where it's installed from the factory, and it has a little bit of the head poking out of wherever you clip it to, but it does go both ways.
Now, one feature I have to demonstrate in front of the camera is tactical mode. Now, the Warrior Mini 2 has this option as well as a couple of other Olights, but the way you do it on the Warrior 3 is just like this. Now, you're usually used to the tail cap operation being a low mode and a high mode. Well, if you want to change that into tactical mode, which features high mode and strobe mode as those two shortcuts using the tail cap, it goes like this. Just a full press on the tail cap and one tap on the side switch. The light begins to strobe, and that's how you know you're in tactical mode. Now, the tail cap works differently. A half press takes you into that momentary full brightness, and then the full press takes you into that momentary strobe. It's that easy to switch back and forth, so you have 4 different modes easily accessible through your tail cap. So this brings us to the walking around in the dark portion of the video. Here I am taking a nice little stroll through the woods with the Warrior 3 on turbo. Now we're going to talk about the difference in the modes between the M2R Pro and the Warrior 3 and show you some beam shot comparisons at a couple of different outputs. Alright, so what we're looking at here in this first shot is the medium setting on the Warrior M2R Pro. Now we're going to compare that to the medium setting on the Warrior 3. Now it might look like there's slightly less output, and that's because there is, but it's designed to run a little bit longer on this medium mode. Now we go into the high mode, and this is the M2R Pro in its turbo setting, and then we flip on over into the Warrior 3 in its turbo setting, and that's where you can see that significant bump in the output. It's a lot brighter and it's a lot more crisp with that cool white LED. One more look at the M2R Pro, you see it's a little bit yellow, still quite bright, but flipping back over to the Warrior 3 on turbo, you can see really there's no comparison. Well, of course, there always is a comparison, so here they are back to back with the Warrior 3 on its medium setting on the left and the M2R Pro on the right. Still pretty close in their output on this setting, with the Warrior 3 lasting an additional 3 hours of runtime on that medium mode. Here we are in turbo side by side and flipping sides just to keep things nice and even. You can see a real difference in the characteristics of both beams. Now this next demo is very important because one of the differences in the modes is the medium mode. What we're looking at here is the first medium mode on the M2R Pro, and on the left is the only medium mode on the Warrior 3. You can see it's a nice output. It's labeled as 200 lumens for 13 hours, whereas this mode right here, the medium mode number 2 on the M2R Pro, is labeled at 250 lumens for 10 hours. So as we compare them side by side, you can see that, again, not too much of a difference in their output, but a significant difference in their runtime. Now, hopefully, to make this point extra clear, I want to show you again, this is the medium 1 setting on M2R Pro. It's fairly dim. It's debatable how useful this particular level is going to be when you compare it to the medium mode on the Warrior 3. I think that's a very useful brightness setting. Now we're going to show you again, this is the medium 2 on the M2R Pro. This is a lot more useful of a brightness setting. So by removing one of the medium settings from the M2R and putting only one medium setting in the Warrior 3, I think they found a nice happy medium between both of those outputs to find a really useful amount of light at a really impressive runtime. Again, it's 200 lumens for up to 13 hours, which I think is a very useful amount of light for a really impressive amount of time. Thanks for watching the video on the Warrior 3. I really do think it represents a huge upgrade to the M2R Pro, and I think any Olight owner would be happy to have one. So leave a like on the video, and please do subscribe to the channel for more content next flash sale, and most importantly, use the link below to go to olightstore.ca to check all these brand new bundles and products that are available during the Cyber Monday edition of the Black Friday sale. Thanks for watching.